Hello and welcome back to your own channel Indian Defense Analysis, where we bring to you all the latest development happening in the defense sector. More than a year has passed of the conflict at LAC. However, the Indian Army's deployment has increased and is likely to be that way as China is refusing to further disengage. As per Indian Army Chief, China is unwilling to disengage from Gogra, Hot Springs and Demchok areas which it occupied an year ago. While India is gripped with Wuhan virus pandemic, China continues to capitalize this situation. It has ramped up the construction of villages, highways and other infrastructure close to Indian borders. Now these villages are acting as a pseudo military base for China as they have security sites, signal towers, a military base and even a satellite receiving station. China has further increased its troop deployment, military drills and even built more permanent military infrastructure in the Chinese side of LAC. In a move to modernize its military and keep the pressure on India, the PLA Army has recently inducted arrays of new weapons. In today's video, we'll be talking about these newly deployed weapons by China at LAC and how big this threat is going to be for the Indian Army. China has developed a new type of UAV with plateau operation capabilities and the plans to deploy it along the border with India in Kailash mountain range. The UAV has reported to have recently completed missions of patrolling, control and search operation in Kailash mountain region, flying at an altitude of 4,700 meters. The Kailash mountain region originates from south bank of Pangong TSO and runs northwest to southwest for over 60 kilometers. Last year, this area has also been contested by India and China. While the UAV does not carry any weapon, its primary role is surveillance. Now, Indian Army is already using Israeli Heron drones for surveillance in Ladakh and has also planned to purchase few more under the emergency financial power granted by PM Narendra Modi. China has recently held live fire drills for its newly commissioned self-propelled mortars. The self-propelled mortar system is based on four-wheeled off-road assault vehicle which will provide it better mobility. However, the mortars are effective due to their small size and difficult to detect. But if you mount them on a vehicle, it becomes easier to track them and can be easily neutralized by any anti-tank guided missiles. This is a newly developed military hardware by China, just a month old, and yet to prove its effectiveness in mountain warfare. Its firepower is also less when compared with howitzers. Type 08 armored vehicle. The 8-wheel armor vehicle comes in different variation, with some equipped with large caliber rifle guns and some with autocannons and some with machine guns and some also with howitzer systems. Last year, Indian Army has already seen using two new armored personnel carrier APCs, which are Tata DRDO WHAP, also known as Kestrel, and Kalyani M4. So this is also not something new for Indian Army. Next, we'll talk about 122 mm caliber self-propelled howitzer. China has recently conducted live fire practice with 122 mm caliber four-wheeled self-propelled howitzer deep in Karakoram mountains at an altitude of 4,500 meters. This is something which is not new for Indian Army. In fact, China has copied the strategies from Indian Army, as Indian Army has inducted 100 K9 Vajra howitzer and deployed them in Ladakh for high altitude operation. Indian Army is also using Dhanush and M777 ultralight howitzers. The last in the Chinese inventory is PHL-03 long range multiple rocket launcher system or MRL system. The PHL-03 is expected to be a long-range rocket launcher that can carry multiple 300 mm or 12-inch or even bigger rockets with more than 100 km range of firing. Indian Army is also currently using Smerch and Pinaka rocket system. Smerch is 300 mm rocket having a range of 90 km and the indigenously built Pinaka is 214 mm rocket with a range of 90 km. The guided Pinaka rockets can also go up to 100 km. Indian Army has already deployed Pinaka rockets in Ladakh. The Chinese deployment is just another counter posting of deterrence. We have made a detailed video on PHL-03 and Pinaka and the link for the same can be found under description section. Overall, If you look into the newly inducted and deployed hardware of China, they do not pose any new or any grave threat to Indian Army and are the standard weapons of mountain warfare which Indian Army has been operating for so long. While these weapons are new and a step to modernize the PLA Army, the Indian Army already have real combat experience with them, which PLA Army does not. Only time can tell how effective these newly inducted PLA weapons are going to be. This was today's update. Please let us know what is your views about these in comment section. Feel free to post your comments and suggestions about any topic related to defense sector on which you want to hear from us. With this, I would like to say goodbye and Jai Hind friends. Please like and subscribe our video if you have not done already. We will be soon back with more interesting and amazing development happening in defense sector.